jQuery mobile pages are made up of specific page elements. And what I want to do now is show you what constitutes a jQuery mobile page and the various sections contained within a single page. So I'm going to open up index.html and scroll down towards the bottom of this page. So at the very bottom, right before the closing body tag, there is a div tag here, and this div tag begins at line 61. Now within this div tag, you can see there is something called a data role. And a data role is a very important attribute. HTML5 allows you to create your own attributes for HTML tags. What you do is place the word data and a dash, and then you can put after that dash whatever you want to name your specific attribute. What jQuery Mobile does is it has a specific data role attribute. And if you look at these, this data role says page. This one says header. This one says content. These are the basics of every jQuery mobile page. What you do is you create a div with a data role of page. You give that page an ID where you basically name that page, and that's how jQuery Mobile references your pages. Within each page, there is a header role that's available to you, a content role, and a footer role. So if you think about it, this really isn't any different than a regular HTML page. Most HTML pages have a header section, a content area, and a footer section. It just so happens that all of that information is stored as a single page within a single HTML file. So I can place as many of these as I want within this one HTML file, and jQuery will understand which page is which based on the ID name that you assign. So notice this one is page 4 as the ID. If I scroll up, the one above it is page 3 as the ID. Identical coding. Within the next section, we have page 2. And our upper page has a little more content, which is why I did not want to start with it. This one just says page without a number. Now within the content area of this page, we have some content. But the basics of an HTML page in jQuery Mobile is a div tag with a data role of page. You give that page an ID that names it, and then you have access to creating a header, content, and footer area within that single page. Now you do not need to have all 3 of these within that page, but I think you'll find most pages that you create in jQuery Mobile, you will probably end up assigning all 3 of these page content areas to your pages. But you do not have to use the header or footer area as a data role. That's completely up to you. Now, what does this page end up looking like in the browser? Since I'm using Dreamweaver, I'll click the Live button, and what it does is show it to me here as if it's in a browser. And you can see this is page 1, and here's page 2, page 3, and page 4. So if I click page 3, it literally moves me into a separate page. What it's doing is showing me this div tag right here in the browser. So my upper area, my header, has the word page 3 in it. So that's what you're seeing up in this black area. The content area just has the word content. And notice in Dreamweaver and Live View, if I highlight it, it shows it in Code View. And then I also have the page footer area, which is listed right here. If I click the Live button again, that will turn off the browser in the right side. So it looks very confusing when you first open up this page in Design View. But when you start breaking it down, it's just a sequence of similar code over and over again, sitting on a single HTML file. So that is our base page that I will be using to build the Travel Adventures website.